Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to our third session. We're really excited to be here and to teach you some beginner piano technique, theory, and playing pieces. My name is Oksana Kolesnikova, and today I have my son, Alessandro Concas. So he will be helping me and showing you how to do things on your keys and how and what to play. So for today's lesson, we will need to have your stickers placed in the right spots so we can learn our songs today smooth and easily. Okay, so Alessandro will go ahead and help me position those stickers. We will be using same stickers as we did last time. So for those of you who have not placed them yet, make sure you can use just little sticky notes. And we're going to use C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. Okay, so very quickly, making sure that you're placing them at the right place. C will go to the left of two black keys. D will be right in the middle. E will be to the right of two black keys. F will be to the left of three black keys. G will be in the first middle of three black keys. A will be second middle of three black keys. And then B will be to the left of, to the right of three black keys. Alessandro, we're not going to put this, just let's keep it simple for now. Okay, so for those of you who already done our lessons, previous lessons, and you already memorized the name of your keys, you don't even need to have them anymore. You can take them down. So I would like to teach you a new set of technique. Want to remind that technique is very important for piano students and performers because it warms up your finger muscles and it makes them stronger. You have better control of your fingers when you play. So today's scale pattern we're going to learn will be G major. G major, very good. So for G major scale, we will put our thumb on G and make sure every finger has its own spot, okay? So for G major 5-finger pattern, we will play first the scale in order, using every single finger, going up and coming back down. So Alessandro, go ahead and show us how to do this. Thank you very much. So that was the scale part of it. Now we're going to do our skips. So you will skip a key and you will skip a finger. So you will go G, B, pinky, B, G. Okay, Alessandro, show us how to do the skips. Very good. And now the keys that we skipped, we're going to push them at the same time. And this is called G major chord. Go ahead, Alessandro. Very good. Now go ahead and show us a smooth version transitioning from scale to the skips to the chord. Fantastic. Now we're going to shift our fingers and we have to exercise other hand as well. So go ahead and play the whole set. Very nice. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add another scale. It will be quite simple because we will stay in the same G position as we did before. All we do, we take our third finger and we place it on a black key. And this is what it's called G minor 5-finger scale and 5-finger pattern. So Alessandro, yes, go ahead and play G minor scale for us. Go ahead with skips. and the chords. So this is your G minor chord. When you play 3 notes at the same time, we call it a chord. Okay, very good. So go ahead, switch hands, and let's hear you do the whole set with the other hand. Pinky being on G. So go ahead and play. Very nice. So make sure you do many repetitions when you practice your G major and G minor scale, because the more you exercise your fingers, the stronger they get. And repetition, repetition, repetition is everything in piano learning. We can go ahead and proceed to our 2 songs we're going to do today. So we will start with another popular tune, and this one is called This Old Man. So we're going to have Alessandro just play the tune for us to make sure that our listeners have heard it before. You will put your fingers in D position and have a thumb ready for your C note. So very slowly. Thank you very much. So that is another very popular tune. We are going to go ahead and I will write on this board the notes or the keys you need to push on the piano when you're learning this tune. You can also get your pen and paper ready and write it together with me. So we will start again grouping our notes because it's easier to read your music this way. So our first set of notes will be G, E, G, G, E, G, G, E, G, and again G, E, G. So for this, we again start in very easy and slowly. We'll use only pointy finger until you get comfortable with your notes. At that point, we will expand and use all other fingers. So Alessandro, go ahead and play the first set that we need for this tune. Thank you very much. Now the next set of notes will be A, G, F, E. A, G, F, E. Go ahead, Alessandro, and play for us A, G, F, E. Very good. So the next set, we will squeeze it right over here. It's D, E, F. That's our set number 3. Go ahead and play D, E, F. Thank you. Continuing with our set number 4, that's G, C, 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 C. G, C, 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 C. We have 4 C's in this one. Alessandro, go ahead and play. Very good. Set number 5 will be C, D, E, F, G. C, D, E, F, G. Just like the scale we were learning earlier in lesson 1. C, D, E, F, G. Go ahead and play. Thank you. And now we have 2 more to go. G, D, D, F. Let's go ahead and hear it. And the ending is E, D, C. Go ahead, Alessandro, finish it. And that's our segment number 7. Great, so we're going to go ahead and use our right hand, pointy finger. Alessandro, go ahead and play the whole piece, and our viewers can go ahead and practice together with Alessandro as he plays. Yes, thank you very much. Once you rehearsed it enough times, we can go ahead and switch fingers and use your left hand with pointy fingers, same tune, but practicing with your left hand slowly and steady. Yes, the notes in this tune are a little trickier than they were in the previous lessons, so remember to have patience and practice it over and over, and it will become easy, and your fingers remember where to land. Okay, once you rehearse enough with pointy fingers, now we are ready to position our hand to use all other fingers as well while practicing this tune. So we're going to go ahead and put our right hand in D position. So thumb on D, 2 on E, 3 on F, 4 on G, and 5 on A. Very good. So that's the right hand. And we will need our left hand to help out a little bit. So our left hand thumb will play the C note. So do you see how the thumbs are next to each other? So thumb in the right hand is on D and thumb in the left hand is on C. So Alessandro is going to go ahead and play the whole tune using all of his fingers now. Thank you very much. So another fun tune to play and have fun with. We're going to go ahead and do another popular tune, and this one is called Bingo. Okay, so our next tune is Bingo, and Alessandro will go ahead and play the tune to make sure everyone is familiar with this. Can go to C position, or use all your fingers for this one. Yes, so for this tune we will need more stickers to be added because we need our left hand to help. So we will have, let's do them in order. So B goes to the left of your C, then we have A is right here, goes next to your B, and G is our last key. So we added 3 more stickers, which are B, A, and G. Very good. Okay, so just like in other tunes, we first will start very easily using pointy fingers. We'll start with the right hand. Go ahead together with me, write on your piece of paper the notes you need to know for Bingo. Our set number 1 is E, E, F, F, F. That's correct. Okay, so this is our group number 1. Second group, D, D, E, E, E. Beautiful. Okay, moving along with group number 3 will be C, C, D, D, C. So you have C, C, D, D. Actually, we have 3 Ds. D, D, C. Alessandro, try this one more time. Group number 3. Yes, and now the left hand will have to come handy for the set number 4. We'll have B, G, A, B. G, A, B, with 2 C's at the end. Very good. Okay, so we have 4 parts to this tune. Alessandro, go ahead and use your pointy fingers and we will start playing and practicing from the top all the way to the end. That's correct. Very nice. Thank you. Okay, once you rehearsed it enough times using pointy fingers, we are ready now to transition and start using all our other fingers. So you will put your right hand in C position, just like the scale we did in our first lesson, C major scale. So make sure your thumb in the right hand starts on C and pinky ends on G. Now the left hand will also need to help out. So we will have thumb in the left hand on B, 2 on A, and 3 on G. So once you ready and position your fingers, do not move them. You're going to lose your spot. Just push your keys gently. And we will have Alessandro now go ahead and play the whole tune using all of his fingers. Thank you very much. So please remember to keep doing those repetitions over and over again. And once you learn the tune, you can take it to the next level, experiment, do it in different octaves, add things to that. You can sing along, and please share it with your family, your friends, and everyone who likes listening to piano music. Okay, before we finish today's session, I would like to teach you some other basics for music theory. We will start our music theory portion now. In the previous lesson, we already learned what your clefs are and the staff that consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. So we're going to go ahead and quickly jot our staff with 5 lines. You can also go ahead and draw it on your piece of paper together with me. So line number 1, line number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we also learned about our treble clef that we will be using our right hand. So we're going to go ahead and position our treble clef on the staff. So there is a specific way of doing this. As you remember, the trick I taught you to draw your treble clef will be doing letter J. Make sure the letter J is very tall. It goes through all your lines and all your spaces. Once you reach the top, you go ahead and draw letter P like this. And then the tricky part for letter O, you have to make sure you wrap it around our second line. That is very, very important. We should also number our lines so you keep track of which one is which. Line number 1, line number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so make sure that the treble clef always wraps around on line number 2. This is something you can practice on your own time. The more you draw this, the better you get at this. But today I want to teach you those first 5 notes that we use a lot in our pieces, in our songs. So you do need to know where they're positioned musically. So some notes are located on the lines. So we will use the whole note, which is just a circle like this. So this note is positioned on the line. Do you see the line goes right through it? Some notes are positioned on the spaces. This is our, we should also number our spaces. So you keep track of your spaces, space 1, space 2, space 3, space 4. So space is the distance between the lines, okay? So this note is on the space. because there is no line going through it. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and draw another note on line number 2 right over here. This is our line note. Now there is 2 more notes I want to add. So we're going to go right over here, and underneath line number 1, we're going to draw this whole note, just like a circle. Okay, so this is still a space note. Even though it's under your staff, it's still a space note because there's no line going through it. And then finally, we add in 1 more note, and for this one is a little tricky. We will add 1 extra little mini line underneath all your staff, and on this extra line, we will add a note right over here. So you can go ahead and draw this in your piece of paper together with me, so you start learning your notes. So this note that goes in the front, we call it middle C. Middle C is easy to remember because it has its own little line going through it. So underneath, we're going to go ahead and write C, note C. And it is a line note, because remember, if it's a line note, you will see the line crossing right through it. Okay, the next note that we use a lot, and we'll do them in order, that's our note D. So all note Ds in treble clef will be right under your lines, under the staff lines. Next note is note E. E in the right hand will always go on the first line. Next note is note F. F will always be on the first space between line 1 and line 2. And finally, we have note G. G will always be on line number 2, as you can see. Now, in the previous lesson, we learned that treble clef has another name. It's called G clef. And here is the reason why. Our second line is a G line. That's where note G is located. So that since treble clef wraps around second line, that's the reason why it's called G clef. Okay, very good. Thank you so much for watching and following our lesson. I'm really excited and hope someday to hear you play. And I'm going to wrap it up with one of my original compositions.